Now, these rules that we want to discuss is just for us to know that this is a standard rule. But like I said, it is not an absolute rule.
Yeah, it's not
If you are
sacrosanct.
given,
Yeah.
yes, it's not sacrosanct. If you are given a task, you'll be told what to use or how to do it. Please follow it. But in a case where you are not given, you are
You
just
have to
trying to
follow the
prepare
general
a
rules, the
professional,
generic, yeah.
presentation. These are some of the things you might have to put into consideration, okay,
Yeah.
when you are doing that. Now, before we do that, we know that the PowerPoint has some default layout. The layout, your Microsoft Word is the same layout. Everything is the same. You
Hmm.
just have a white space where you type and prepare your document.
Yeah.
But when it comes to PowerPoint, you have
Hmm.
the layout and the type of content you want to put in will determine what type of layout to use.
Yes.
Are you getting me? So
Yeah.
this layout as well is very important. We have the first slide, usually is the title slide layout. We're
Mm-hmm.
going to see that and look at how it is. Title slide, okay, is a type of layout in PowerPoint, and that is where your title of the presentation going to be,
Yeah.
or your name or whatever.
Everything about the
Yeah, it's going to be
presentation.
on the title. For example, now what we did here, this is title layout that was used.
Yeah.
Now you can see this. This is the layout I'm talking about. If you click here, you can
Yeah.
see title slide. So
Yeah.
this is the title slide. So these are the 9 layouts that I'm trying to just quickly discuss with you
Yeah.
over there. So the first one on your presentation must always be the title slide,
That's
because
right.
that is
Okay.
where you're going to, just like a cover of a book,
Yeah.
that's what shows what the content of the book is
All
all
about.
about.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what you do with title
Slide.
slide layout. Then you have after that title and content. For example, this second slide here, you can see the title, PowerPoint default layout, then the content below it. So that's what this is all about, title and content. So
Yeah.
this is just like you now have chapter 1, then the content of chapter 1. Chapter
Yeah.
2, the content. So you use
Chapter two,
title
yeah.
and content for that.
And yeah.
So that is what this also is all about.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at the other layout that we have over there as well briefly. So apart from title and content, we also have section header. Section. If you
Section
want
header.
to define section, remember in Microsoft Word, we talk
Yeah.
about section.
Yeah. Column
Breaking
section.
the section in Microsoft Word. So this one, the section header actually it will contain the title, subtitle, and then is used to define section. So
Sections.
let's say you are doing a presentation, you want to discuss about computer generally. You're going to be talking about hardware, you're going to be talking about software, right? You want to divide the two into two different sections, hardware and software, using
Software.
the
Yeah.
same PowerPoint. You are not preparing two presentation for that same presentation. So
Okay.
when you're done with maybe explaining or talking about the hardware,
Yeah.
if it's
Where?
10 slide, 15 slide, doesn't matter. You want to put a section before you now go to the next one.
Next one.
Okay?
The hard one.
Because
Yeah.
the moment you are doing your presentation like I am doing now, when you get to that section, it lets you know that, oh, it's time for the
The
next
soft
section.
next section. Yeah.
So you can use that, and maybe you want to give them, go for tea break, or we'll start the next session in the next 5 minutes. That actually give the presenter a lot of control over that.
Yeah.
For example, in this one now, if I want to put a section between this, and then, because we started with design tips, I'm trying to explain the layout under here.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
want to put a section over there. I can simply just click on this. I'll go to new slides. I'll click on this and I'm going to pick section header. Okay.
Okay.
So that it will insert it below the one I click. I click on slide 2 before coming to new,
Yeah.
then section header. So you drop it here. So I can now say PowerPoint, or let me call it presentation rule. Presentation
Oh.
rules. So now, by the time we explain and we got here, we now realize that the next thing is now presentation rules. So I know that, oh, the next thing, I'm done with, other things that we want to
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about. So that's what the section header is all about. Then we have the true content. This is
Okay,
like,
why I want to ask before you go further, sir.
okay,
After that section of presentation, there's a space. So after you discuss that, you have to now go to the next section header.
uh, after this or this one, you're talking about this?
Yeah.
No, this one is, you can click to add text. Maybe you want to talk about what this section is all about.
Presentation rule is all about.
Yes, just a little bit of text, and it's not compulsory. If you don't put anything there, by the time you go to slideshow, it's not going to show.
Oh,
Look
I
at it.
see.
If I go to slideshow, current slide, it's as if
Yeah.
it's not
Nothing
going
is
to
there.
show. This click to add text will not show. Nothing will show.
Okay,
This is a
because there was no text
placeholder.
there.
It's only when you put something that it will show. If you don't
Before it
put
show.
anything during
It will not
presentation,
show.
nothing will show.
I
This is
see.
like drawing a line and you remove the outline. We call it
Yeah.
the placeholder. So that is it. And that's how it works.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is for presentation rules or section header. Then we talk about the two section. You have that under home, and then you look at this because at what time should I use what? You can see two section. This is like column. You are doing column in Microsoft Word. You have some content in the left, you have other in the right. So if
Right.
I put this one right now, you can see two
Yeah. Two
content.
columns. Yeah.
Yes, so the main heading and then the content itself. One
Yeah.
thing to note about whenever you are using these two content is that you can decide to put content on the left and content on the right, and you can also decide to put maybe image on one end
One
and
side.
content on the other. All of
Yeah.
those things, there's no limit to what you can do. I mean,
Okay.
for the two content.
Yeah.
So title at the top, then two side-by-side content placeholder for you to
Yeah.
put content. Then we have comparison.
Tourism.
Whenever you want to compare something, but it must be something that are related to each other. You're talking about mouse, for
Yeah, it might
example.
be similar thing. Yeah, they might have to be,
I can
yes.
also talk about wired mouse and the wireless mouse.
Yeah.
Do you get that now? Because you're
Yes.
going to have three headings here for the comparison, unlike this one. Let's
Mm.
look at the difference between the two,
Comparison and two
yes,
content.
and two content, the two of them.
Okay.
So let's insert a comparison slide here, the new slide. We go with comparison. So you can see that this is comparison right now. It has the main, so I want to talk about mouse, for example. Then here is not going to be maybe wired mouse.
Okay.
Then this one now, wireless
Wireless mouse.
mouse. You see now. So keyboard, wired keyboard, wireless keyboard. So, but if you look at this, only one title, then two content. So if I say mouse, it means I can explain what a mouse is, and then I can put a picture of mouse at this other side.
Yes.
Or it could be text on both sides, no problem. So
Okay.
that's the difference, and take note of that between the two content and then
Comparison.
comparison. Then we have the title only, just a title placeholder, no content box. It's there, but whenever you just want to put a title in a big way, you put it there. I hardly use that. However, it's one of the layout that we have. And that is why I want to say that there is no law that says we must use all the layouts. In fact, you might end up using maybe the title, which is the first one, and then title and content all through, depending on the project you are working on.
Doing.
Are you getting me now? That's what determine what layout.
You
So
should
the whole
use.
essence of this is just for you to understand that we have the different layout and they can be used. So we
Okay.
have comparison, then title only, blank, no placeholder, completely empty.
Every
So you
slide.
can put image there. Yeah, for the blank. There's also a blank. You can put image there for this. Then content with caption.
Mm.
Large content, placeholder with a small text box for caption. Then we have picture as well. Image placeholder with text as a caption. You know what caption is now? Just a description of
I know.
the image. So you can use any or all of these depending on your content. Don't forget about that. So now let's look quickly at design tips. Keep plenty of white space so that slides don't feel what?
Crowded.
Crowded. Use consistent font and color for a professional look. Don't use one font on the slide 1, using another font on slide 2 or 3. Be consistent with your font, with your design, with your color. That make your presentation to look professional.
Very tacky.
Yep. Limit text to key points. That is very key. The key point is very key. Limit text. Slides should support your speech, not replace it. Don't go and dump everything you want to say in a slide, and you are reading from the slide directly. That is super unprofessional, and that defeats the purpose of PowerPoint presentation.
Right.
And that is why whoever wants to do a presentation must have done a rehearsal. You must have thought about what you want to discuss, even though we have a note page where you can actually jot the note you want to discuss. But when it comes to preparing your, yes, bullet point, limit text to key points.
Key points, yeah.
Key point. So the slide should support it and not replace your speech. Then balance visual and text. One strong image often communicates more than paragraph. So any of your thoughts, you can use image, you can use a smart art, you can use a chart to represent that. Key presentation rules of thumb. We have what you call 10, 20, 30 rule. Okay, proposed by one guy. Yeah, one guy, Kawasaki. Okay, it suggests 10 slides, this 10, 20 minutes maximum duration, and a minimum of 30-point font size to keep the presentation focused and legible. So, like I said, this is not sacrosanct, depending on what you are told. You can't say, oh, they said 10 slides, and you were told to create a 15 slide for an assignment. Can't do that. So, that's that rule. The next one. I love this. The 5x5 or 6x6 rule. Limit text to a minimum of 5 to 6 lines per slide and 5 to 6 words per line to avoid overcrowding. I'm not going to say follow this, bumper by bumper, but I will say focus on avoiding overcrowding because your content will actually determine whether this can work or not. That's the truth. Though you can summarize whatever you have, but you must avoid your slide being overcrowded with so much, and then you use all the space off. No, that's not right. Then font size and type, we've talked about that you need to ensure that you have a consistent font and then use a readable font. Don't say you want to show them that you know how to do graphics, and then you go ahead and pick font that everybody finds difficult to read in the all.
Nobody could read.
It will defeat the purpose of the presentation.
Yes, of the PowerPoint.
Because when you are doing presentation, you are selling yourself, you are selling a product, you want people, your audience to buy. So as a result of that, when you project, you ensure that it's a font that is readable, the color is not too much, so that somebody will sit like maybe 5 meters away or even 10 meters from the screen find it difficult to read it. That is very, very bad. So those are very critical points to know. Now, the continuation of the next one, you can see what I did. I could have put all of the points in just one slide. Can you see the way I title key presentation rules of thumb? Then when I need to break it after 3 points here, ordinarily, if not because I'm doing this, if it's a proper presentation, you are not going to see this. I'm not going to put this. All of this explanation, you will not see it. I will explain it when I am doing the presentation. If I want to follow the 5x5, 6x6 rule, only this point is what you are going to see. And then only this is what you are going to see. All of this other one, they are not going to solve it. I'm the one that will now talk about them or explain them during the presentation. Okay, so I can now use, because you're going to have a lot of space over there, I can use a very attractive image that will keep you focused on my screen over here to represent this particular point that we are discussing. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, so there we go. Now you look at the way I did the head in here, and I say key present rule of thumb. I still want to talk about that. So what do? I had it continue. So your audience can see that this is a continuation from the last slide.
That's right.
Yeah, continue. Then one idea per slide. Introduction on one slide, our vision and mission on one slide, our services can come up in several slides, discussing each of the service or services in a slide, for one service. So one idea per slide. Don't marble all the ideas you want to discuss in a single slide. Visual over text. Use high quality images. We're in the age of AI. So what I will say, use high quality images, graphs, or charts instead of paragraph. Text. No, don't do that. Avoid death by PowerPoint. I mentioned that earlier. What does it mean? Reading directly from the slide. Use them only as
a cue.
Thank you. Consistency is key. Use consistent color, font, and formatting throughout to maintain a professional look. And then the final one here, minimalist design. What does it mean? Avoid excessive animation, sound effects, or complex background. Just avoid it. Because they are not going to earn you mark. No, not at all. What earn the mark is the quality of your delivery of the presentation. So that is very key. So this is the rules of thumbs when it comes to PowerPoint presentation. You may want to say, oh, but you're supposed to discuss this after. It's good to know it from the beginning. Before the class. So that is that about this. Please take note of that. And whenever you are preparing your presentation, all of them may not be applicable at the same time, but a lot of them should be put into consideration whenever you are working.